Welcome back. We are here with Haylee from Duck Truck Delivery. Haylee, thanks for coming on the podcast today. I appreciate it.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Of course, yeah. Very, very honored to be your first podcast. I'm very, very excited to have you tell your story and just your journey of your new business. So thank you for coming on, and I'm excited to, dive into it.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. So can you kind of walk us through how people can place an order on your platform?
Yes. Okay. So, I actually just bought. Oh my goodness, this is not gonna let me flip my camera now.
No, it does not let you flip it.
Nope, it would before. It's not gonna let me now.
I can put B-roll. If you just like talk about it, like I can pop
Okay.
stuff up like on the screen.
Okay. So I just bought my own domain. So you can just go to ducktruckdelivery.com and it will take you to the website. You can also download the Dumpling app and you can search for me in the zip code search. So when you get on there on the website, if you're ordering off the website and not the app, you would just hit shop on web and then there will be a shopping list part and it says start order and you would just click the start order button and then you will scroll and pick a store. Unfortunately, on the website version, it won't let you put in your own store. So if you want me to shop at a store that is not on the list, you're going to have to download the Dumpling app. I don't know if Dumpling is going to change that in the future or not, but on the actual app, you'll scroll all the way down to the bottom of my page and it'll have a create a list button and you can type in a store instead of picking from the pre-selected list. And then there will be an option to search for an item, or you can write in an item, or you can upload a picture of the item. And then like in the notes of the item, you can just tell me like what size you want, how many you want, whatever. And then you would just, when you're done with your list, you would send the order through, make sure you put in your delivery address, any like delivery notes, like if you want me to knock, if you want me to text you when I get there, if you want me to send you a picture, just leave it on the porch, like where you want me to leave it. That's pretty much it.
Perfect. That's awesome. Yeah, that was a good rundown for people because I know you're saying people are getting a little confused, so it's good to kind of walk people through that. And where do you think DoorDash falls short when it comes to working with small businesses, and how do you aim to solve that problem?
I think, okay, I could talk about this for like ever. I think DoorDash falls short a little bit of everywhere because, and it's not just with us business owners, but also with the customer. Because like there's places out here where I live that don't even have DoorDash. Like Wasion just got DoorDash a couple of years ago. Um, and even then it's only like the main fast food restaurants like McDonald's, Taco Bell, whatever. Like there's no like local restaurants on there, or there wasn't. There is now. Like the Mexican restaurants are on there now, but they weren't at first. Um, and like Sullivan's is another local restaurant that's not on there. Um, and DoorDash only lets you order within if you live within a certain distance of those places. Like you have to live in the zone pretty much. With me, I don't care where you live or how far away the store is. You can order from Sam's Club. I actually just did a Sam's Club order for Holland the other day and took it all the way out to Continental. That was a whole hour drive. Um, yeah, so it literally does not matter to me where you live or where you want me to shop from. But like the small business aspect of DoorDash, they just make you pay ridiculous fees and like that's just not feasible unless you're a big corporation. So like the business owners really aren't making any money. DoorDash is basically getting all their profits.
Yeah, I think when people really start to realize what they're actually doing, it's either the small business pays a lot of money or they jack their price up and then the consumer's paying a lot of money. So
Oh yeah.
there's always one party that's losing, right? It's never this win-win scenario. And is that something that your platform aims to do, is to make a win-win scenario for all the parties involved?
Yeah, so basically, I charge my own delivery fee. The store does not pay anything for me to come and deliver for them. So like they don't pay Dumpling for me to come and shop like they would like DoorDash pretty much. Um, and then the customer pays the delivery fee, and then instead of getting all the markup prices, because DoorDash is legally allowed to mark up 30% of their prices, which I think is ridiculous. Um, but you get all the in-store prices. I try to save people as much money as possible. So if I see a coupon or something, like I'll use that and I'll let the customer know, like, hey, this is on sale. Hey, this is on sale. Even if it's a different brand, like, the girl that I shopped for at Sam's Club, she wanted like Dixie paper plates, but the Sam's Club brand was like $2 cheaper for like 20 more plates. And I was like, do you want these instead? And she's like, yes, give me those.
So it sounds like when you're shopping for your customers, you take that extra step or even that extra time to make sure that they're getting the best deals, getting the best products, and really getting the best experience when they're going through your service.
Oh yeah, I text my customers like the whole entire time, and my customers will tell you that because I could literally like scroll through my messages, and it's just me asking them like, because most of the time either they don't have it at that store or they just don't have it in stock, so then I have to find a substitution. So I normally either send them a picture of what they do have and have them tell me what they want instead, or they'll just be like, it's fine, I don't need it. But one of the girls that I do shop for, because she's ordered from me a couple of times, and she buys mostly organic stuff, and I know she buys mostly organic stuff because I pay attention to that. Well, they didn't have what she wanted, so I was like, well, they don't have this, but I know you get organic stuff, but there's this one instead. And she's like, am I really that predictable? I was like, no, I just pay attention to the small stuff like that.
Which is important. That drives customer satisfaction. That drives people coming back and shopping with you versus going through a bigger brand or a bigger company.
Yeah.
And you touch on something very important. The fact that DoorDash marks up their prices and can legally do that up to 30%. Can you talk about more in detail of why you don't mark up your prices when you're shopping for other people?
I just don't feel like it's right, and you guys are already paying me a delivery fee. I know a lot of people have said like, well, I don't pay a delivery fee with DoorDash, but you pretty much are because you're paying the markup on the prices. I hate to tell you, but you know, that's just how it goes. And then also another reason I wouldn't go with DoorDash, because I used to be a DoorDasher. If you don't put a tip on your order, their base pay is only $2.50 to $3.50 per order. And I've had orders where I've had to drive 18 miles for $3 because they just didn't put a tip on there. And that's not making me any money either, because I still have to put gas in my car to be able to deliver for other people.
Yeah. And where does this passion come from to want to shop for other people?
I just like meeting new people. I like driving. I love doing DoorDash, but it just wasn't enough money for me. So I was just like, maybe I could just start my own business doing it, so that way I can at least make it profitable for me. Yeah.
I love it. I have two more questions for you, Haley. If you could have dinner with two people, one person from the past and one person from the present, who would it be and why?
Oh. One person from the present, I would have to say Ronnie Radke, just because he's like my favorite person ever. He doesn't care what anybody thinks. He's his own self. From the past? Ooh. I don't know. I would have to think about that one, because
First one that comes to mind.
the first one that comes to mind. I want to talk to FDR, I think, because I just want to know like how he managed to get 4 presidential terms and what he did to achieve that success, I guess.
You are it. It is very very interesting when you kind of dive back into history and what would one thing what would one thing you would want to ask him besides obviously stuff about the terms.
Um, I guess just how I want to know like how much more exhausting it was to be president back then than compared to today. Because obviously they didn't have social media, so like
Yeah,
how did that work?
yeah, yeah. I have one more question for you. Why did you decide to partner with us and offer the discounts?
I think I love saving people money. Um, so like, I think it's a great way for my customers to be able to save money, but also not breaking my bank at the same time. And I know everybody else likes to save money, so I figured why not.
Yeah, and I think our companies are aligned in the sense of we see the issue with these bigger conglomerate type companies destroying small businesses and taking all their money. And I think
Yeah.
both of our platforms aim to help small businesses. And I think when we can align with other people that are doing the same thing, that are uplifting small businesses, either in a small capacity on a local level or a bigger capacity on a nationwide level, I think it's great to get those people in the room. And we appreciate, you know, the fact that you don't charge that 30% to to the small businesses that you do work with. But those are the questions I have for you. How can people find you? And what is one thing you want to leave people with?
Um, the one thing I want to leave people with is be the change you want to see in the world. That's probably one of my favorite sayings. Just be the person that you want the world to be. Like the world's a terrible place most of the time. I've met some pretty good people. So just be the change you want to see in the world. Um, you can find me. I just made an Instagram page last night, but I also have a Facebook page. Just look up Duck Truck Delivery, um, and you can message me on there.
That's it. We're good to go.
Yep,
Anywhere
I think
else?
so. I
Perfect.
don't think so.
Awesome. Well, Haley, thanks for coming on the podcast. I appreciate it. Um, I think it was a good. Like I said before, it's always nice to find other small businesses that are here to support small businesses. So, you know, thanks for coming on the podcast. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much.